Mike's there. All right, Fusion fam, what's up?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
We have a very special guest in the building. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Howdy, my name is Eloy Lopez Creel. I am a One Piece creator, I guess. I don't know. I consider myself a Mexican clown, so I just joke around, but make videos about One Piece.
So you're like a Mexican Buggy. Cool.
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, he is the next pirate king. I mean, I don't know.
The disrespect.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what's funny? I can literally see him that happening because
Yes.
this dude fails upward like no one I've ever
Oh
seen
my
in my
God.
entire life.
Just believe. That's it.
Just believe.
Just believe.
Just
He
believe.
literally just says, "I'm gonna be the warlord." He's the warlord. I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's true.
And it started in prison.
yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny. Man, if you don't know who I am, I'm Chad.
I'm Jeremy.
And together, this podcast,
Yep.
this tag team, this
Yep.
collective,
Woo.
these Comic-Con conquerors
Conquerors.
and gaming gods. And don't
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
wrestling phenoms.
Crazy.
So look at these guns.
Mm.
We are Yu Jun Ha! The One Piece is real. Let's
One
go!
Piece is freaking real, you jerks.
Yeah, and it's the friendship, that
Hey.
we made along the journey.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
definitely the One Piece.
Yeah.
That's my.
Yeah, because 4 years, like I said earlier, before we started taping.
Yeah.
Freaking 4 years. We met you at Palooza.
Yeah.
What was the retro gaming? What's it called?
Retro. It's called Retro World Series.
Ah,
Yeah, it's my
yeah.
friend's company. I don't know if you call it a company. I don't know what
It's
it's
called,
called.
hey, making money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making bank, whatever.
He's
it
making
is.
paper,
Yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, man.
Living his dream.
Super
basically.
cool dude too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's tall. Oh, my
Tall,
God. He should
yeah.
be
Very
wrestling.
tall.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah. His back's a little messed up, so can't
man.
be doing that.
Yeah.
All the tall people, they have back issues. It's funny.
Make you really
Yeah.
think about that.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
all have back issues.
I did, but I hurt my back when I was a kid. I think it just lingered. But now it doesn't really hurt anymore.
Okay.
I do sauna, and I think I'm going to get a cold plunge. And I guess I don't love myself. I'm going to freeze myself.
Yeah.
Turn myself into an
Yeah,
icicle.
it forces
weird.
your body to heat.
I'm Icicle Rick.
But go ahead.
No, you go.
No,
You go.
finish. Go ahead.
Okay, so One Piece. When did y'all very first start watching One Piece? I'm going to go first because you mentioned Comic Palooza. The first time I went to Comic Palooza, maybe 2015, I think. I went and everybody was talking about One Piece. At one hand, thought One Piece was absolute garbage because anything with pirates I thought was so stupid. I'm like, who wants to watch something with pirates? I don't want to see. At this time, Pirates of the Caribbean was trash.
Mm.
I didn't trust pirates. Captain Hook, I mean, Robin Williams did a great job in Hook and love Hook,
Mm.
but that was the last time I respected a pirate, okay? But everybody at the convention was like, you gotta watch One Piece. You gotta watch it. It's so good. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but what about the 4Kids version that I've seen?
Oh,
Luffy, don't give it up. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to watch this.
I didn't
But
care about the theme song. That was dope.
then my boy Sanji was over here sucking on a lollipop the whole time.
yeah.
A grown man should not suck on a lollipop for 3,700 episodes. It's against the law. It ain't right.
Yeah.
But so I was like,
Oh,
okay,
man.
man, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try.
Right.
So I suffered through the first couple of episodes. It wasn't bad, but just the graphics and the art style, it was rough, man. Because One Piece came out 99? Yeah, 99.
Mhm.
So art style is a little different.
Right.
It wasn't like the traditional like Outlaw Star,
Mm.
Cowboy Bebop, stuff like that. That art style is timeless to me. It's gonna look great no matter what time we're in. But One Piece's art style was not like that in the beginning. But I watched it. I fell in love with it at Arlong Park. I was hooked. Like I thought it was. I loved it.
I want to say you started late 20, if not 20, early 2026. 2026.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Talking about the
2016.
future.
Yeah,
Let me find out you got the time food over there.
I had a moment because I was
What
trying
is
to
the lotto numbers?
Wait a minute, because your brother-in-law graduated basic. It was like late 2015, right?
Yeah.
It's on 2015.
Yeah.
I mean, you were binging that shit.
Yep.
Oh,
I sat. It was like around that. Oh, so that was like in December, like around that time. I was off work. I sat there and I just I was like Chuck from. Have you ever watched Chuck?
Which
It has Zachary Levi. He's like a spy. He gets this thing called an intersect. They just show like a bunch of flash images to him, and he can learn like whatever he like observes. Pretty good show. But that's how I was. I just watched One Piece. It's all I watched. It's all I consumed. And I caught up, and oh my god, this is my favorite. I always want to say it's my favorite anime, but it goes against my principles because for something to be my favorite, it has to end.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And it has to land. But I think when One Piece ends, it is the greatest anime of all time, and there's nothing close to it. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
So when did you first start watching One Piece?
So I started watching One Piece during COVID, actually.
Oh,
I left California. I left LA to come back to Houston. And my cousin just kind of like randomly, he said, "Hey, you should watch One Piece." Like, and he's like a diehard, like I love One Piece, but he didn't push it like that on me. He wasn't like, "You gotta watch One Piece. It's so good." You don't understand. Like, and he's like, "No," he's like, "Yeah, you should just watch One Piece." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Because I had watched like I literally watch all anime, read everything, and then for some reason I never watched One Piece. And then during COVID, I was just at home. I was like, I'll put it in the background. It was in Japanese, obviously. And even then, I wasn't like really paying attention. And then I don't know what happened, but eventually, for me, I eventually got to Fishman Island. And when I got to Fishman Island, I was like, whoa, this is very heavy. This is very deep. If you really are watching One Piece, you're like, whoa, there's a lot of heavy stuff that's in this show.
Yes.
And then that's what kind of piqued my interest. I was like, oh man, this is really good. And I just kept on watching. It became an obsession, maybe. I don't know. I just really enjoy it.
Really enjoy it.
Yeah. That's how it started. Now I can't stop. Now I'm not rewatching it all the time. I have my own version. It's like,
that's cool.
Oh wow.
Well, see, if you start learning doing Fishman Karate, then
Fishman Karate.
Fishman Karate. He said the whole word like this.
Wait a minute, hold on. You just said you casually had the Japanese version on in the background.
Yeah,
so like, are you like fluent in Japanese or what?
No.
Oh, okay, I had to ask because
it's kind of like I was doing something. You know how like you like kind of are watching something.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
I look. I was doing other things. So I was like,
the birdhouse and shit.
Yeah. I was like, okay. And then eventually I was like, okay, let me actually like pay attention. I was like, okay. It wasn't. And most people, it's the Nami arc, and I was like, that. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, Nami.
That broke my heart, man. Oh my god. It broke me, man. That broke me. Jay, what about you?
So I was like you back in like 99, early 2000. I didn't like the fact that freaking Sanji had a freaking lollipop. I was like, what the hell is going on with this suited dude with a lollipop, right? The heck? And I got into it when the live action one came out. And really, I didn't even watch that. My wife did, so I guess I did for the P, I guess.
Man, you really are the Sanji of this group, aren't you?
But no, it's like so funny. What's so funny about that? So she liked the live action one, so she was like, "Well, shoot, I watched the anime." So she started from the beginning. Me, I caught on to what the heck? I think when they just got to marry, I want to say when I started, and I just came home from work and I was like, "Oh, watch One Piece," son. I was like, "Okay," I watched it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is kind of good. Wow, what is this?"
Yeah.
So like what last year? No, even before last. It was even before last. That's when I watched it. Yeah, no, like, oh my god, this is good. I'm like, Chad, you've been telling me all these years. I've been such a fool.
I'm just like, watch One Piece. You have to watch it.
And I had that same moment with one of my friends. His name is Tim, and I was telling him, I was like, dude, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. And then he finally watched it, and I hadn't seen him in like 3 to 4 months because he lives in Austin. And then he came back.
One Piece, huh?
Yeah, and then he came, and then he came back to Houston. And then as soon as I was like, hey, where you at? He's like, dude, I've been watching into Fishman Island. And then for the next like 3 hours, we were just like talking nonstop. One Piece. It's like, yes. It's like once you watch it and you really understand, you're like, dude, why is it so deep? What is going on?
For anime.
Yeah, a shonen. It's supposed to be fighting and level ups, and it's like, oh yeah, think about your life. You're like, oh
man. One Piece really makes you question morality. Like when the Dressrosa arc, man, that one like really hit me hard because like I think I've had this affinity my entire life. I love villains. I absolutely love them. And I love Doffy, man. Doffy was the man, but when you really get down to the nitty gritty of what he was doing, this dude is a trash person.
Of course.
Child labor.
Yeah.
You turn everybody into toys. You make them work for you. You strip
Yeah.
away their will.
Yep.
They're basically under surveillance. They can do nothing. Nothing
Yeah.
at all. But I'm cheering this person on. It's like, is Chad a bad guy? I'm not a bad guy. I'm just like a bad guy.
Yeah, subconscious is it?
Yeah.
It's like old girl, man. Old sexy Latina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Viola.
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh
is
yeah.
it Viola or Violet? I think it's
Violet.
Violet. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I think
What was
so.
it, Viola?
We'll insert it here.
Yeah.
Insert.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just a baddie. That's all we
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Boy. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, she was.
That was long too.
Poor
Man.
Sanji, man. That guy never gets any luck, huh?
Yeah.
The only luck he had was with a 3-eyed chick.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the name?
Pudding.
Pudding.
Yeah.
Man, nah, bump that noise. My boy Brooke about to see some panties.
Oh.
On cock blocking ass Nami.
Hey man. Hey, we should not talk bad about my
Bro.
Nami Tsunami.
She was like, all right, the girl at the bar with the cigarette. She was like,
Oh,
see your panties? She
shaky,
like,
yeah.
all right. And I was like, yeah, my boy,
He finally
gets
got
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, cock block ass Nami.
Nah,
Yeah,
I can't see.
Yeah.
Like, man, bro, my Afro friend.
I know he's been. It's like
Afro
people,
friend,
like
man.
people hating on it. It's like, dude, he's been alone for like 50 years.
Yeah.
He's had like
Yeah.
0 women his entire time. It's like, give him a break.
He deserves some type
a
of pleasure in
little,
life.
slide him a little
Look,
bit.
look, something. Little
Little
something.
something.
That's a joke there.
Yeah.
Got a bone.
Yeah.
Afro-headed
Yeah.
friend. That's what I was
And you
trying
know,
to say.
now that I think about it, like this guy was a rock star, which
He
by the
was.
way is so messed up. So we're all fighting for our life out here, and he's like, "I'm gonna sing."
His
But he
power
ne-
is from the soul,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's like that music is the soul.
Yeah, but he
Yes.
never got any paintings thrown on stage. It's kind of crazy.
Damn.
Probably.
Yeah,
There,
it has to.
there has to be like a
He
version.
He never
where
had
they
a
have-
segment in the show. Can I see your panties?
Wait, but as soon as they brought him, as soon as they summoned him, you
Yeah.
know, that's the first thing he told them. Is like, okay, let me see your panties, and like the cult people were like,
Oh yeah,
they're
they're
like, okay,
just
just like,
trial of
like
him.
hurry up, start taking off. So maybe right there and then he did. I don't know.
maybe
And he was like,
so.
no, he's like, oh, not you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, not the dudes, only the girls.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my god! So I gotta ask, who are y'all favorite straw hats? Mine, of course, is Luffy and Law. Luffy and Law
I
are
like
my
Law.
favorites.
okay. No, I love Chopper. I
love Chopper.
Yeah,
too.
I used to hate on people when they were saying like, oh, they love Chopper, and it's like I didn't get it until you like really watch Drum Island, and then you think about like Chopper is like the most innocent one out of all
Yeah,
of them.
he's like a little child. He is
Yeah.
there. He's
Yeah,
literally
I
their
got something else.
embodiment of their innocence on that show.
Yeah,
Nah, bump that. He's the most useful straw hat there is.
yeah,
The doctor
Mm-hmm.
that knows can track anything. He can talk to animals.
yeah. Talking
And-
to animals is wild.
Right?
Yeah.
You can use him for a ride. And I mean, he make medicines and
Yeah.
cures and all that shit. That dude was
And
the shit.
Monster
Yeah.
Point when he
Yeah.
actually goes full
Yeah.
out crazy.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have an
yeah.
actual like giant. I don't know if his Monster Point is as big as an ancient giant or if it's
Yeah.
as big as a giant. I can't remember.
I don't know. I would
I
probably
can't
say
remember.
like a giant, maybe. I don't know about the
Possibly.
ancient ones.
Yeah.
But I have a theory about Oda and Chopper in One Piece. So I feel like Chopper has the dumbest devil fruit that's ever existed in the
Oh
history of life.
yeah.
The human fruit. Could you imagine if one of us ate that?
Yeah.
Oh, even more human.
But,
Yes.
so does Luffy. It's Nika. It's
Yeah.
something. It's like
Yeah.
human something.
Yeah.
We don't know what that something is. Which
Yeah.
that something maybe is like
Yeah.
that crazy.
So that's what. So
Yeah.
and it's funny you say that because that gave me hope. So I'm like, okay, maybe Chopper's gonna get something. But I mean, if you look at it, Chopper does a bunch of cool stuff that's
Right.
outside of a normal reindeer.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, I feel like Oda didn't know he was gonna create Zao. Like he didn't know. He didn't know he was gonna create it because why wouldn't Chopper just be from there? Why did he have to be a reindeer that ate a devil fruit?
Bro.
Because you can
it's
because
anime.
Dr. Hirala told him that you can literally be anything you want. And it's like, and it's such a crazy thing of like an animal to talk and then to also want to be a doctor. So it's almost like
Right.
it's a like you can literally
Yeah.
be anything you want. Even you.
Yeah. Oh,
talking
I
ra-
love that.
Even
Oh.
you, a talking reindeer, can be literally anything you want.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, that's why I lean. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he's so good. That's why I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
Drum.
he-
That's why I
oh,
Drum Island
Yeah,
so much.
that's a very good arc. Very good. I love Chopper. He's my favorite, just like animal in all of anime. Like I love Chopper so much. Jay, what about you? Who's your
You don't like
favorite?
Samurai Pizza Cats, homie?
Oh, Nah, Chopper got them.
Nah,
Chopper
I'm
got
just
him.
joking, I'm
He
joking.
got him.
So you said Straw Hats, Brooke, bro.
Brooke.
Man, he's my spirit animal.
He
Yes.
is.
I'm not tall though.
Yeah, you're taller than me. You're good. You're good. You're good. Trust
The
me.
average American male is like 5'9".
Okay.
I'm 5'8", bro. I'm like, at one point, bro.
Put some heels on. You're good.
Yeah, right.
The lifts. You put lifts in your shoes, which I've never done. I'm okay with my height.
Yeah, no.
So I put little heels in it. Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I'm
But Brooke is so cool.
Brooke is so cool.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, like, because I like Law too, because he's so strategic.
Yeah.
And an asshole. He's oh man, it can be dark with it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love Law.
Yeah, mainly like what he said, Straw Hats, like Brooke is that guy. Because like it was at one part with Sanji when he came back from San Francisco.
Oh.
I call that San Francisco. So remember that arc, that 2-year gap or something like that?
Yeah.
He was stuck out there with all them drag dudes.
I
call it San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's funny. That's actually a good way to say that.
That man, that was so funny because
Oh,
everybody.
God.
So Kuma's like, "Where would you like to go? Where's your paradise?" And
Hey, bro.
Yeah, which is wild. It's like, what did he do? How did he
It's like,
rise?
this is what I want. You think this is what I want?
Nah,
I don't
nah.
want this.
That boy had to learn how to run on the
Yeah,
sky.
run on the sky.
So he learned something useful, I guess.
Yeah,
He learned something.
But I hate when they made him to start losing blood from his nose constantly to the point that he needed freaking blood transfusions. I was like, at first I was like, oh, I get it. Like you're like a man from prison. You ain't had nothing in a while. I get it. Whatever. But then it was like to the point I was like, okay, it's not funny no more, bro.
But what's funny, it's like it's his biggest weakness, and he had to learn how to overcome it. It's almost like Zoro. If Zoro was a constant drunk and couldn't control his liquor, like it's almost like that. Which I wish they would have done that for Zoro, where it was like he just went crazy with alcohol and he had to learn how to restrain himself. Which is
that's a good lesson
for Sanji. Literally, he loves the ladies so much, which it makes sense.
I get it.
He just can't control himself. It's probably one of the defects of him being part of the scientific kid.
The Germas.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because why did they add the whole alcoholism with Zoro? You know,
Zoro
like that at first.
Well, no, he's always
drinking.
Yeah, he always drinking. Yeah, he always drinks a lot. But
that's what I'm saying. Because like at the beginning, he wasn't like that.
But to me, it's not really a big part of it because he just drinks. He always drinks only when
they win.
Yeah, when they win. Yeah, he's only pretty good.
That's
Otherwise, it's funny with Sanji, man. So when they did the transfusion thing, we're the opposite. So in the beginning, I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh no, vice versa. I hated it in the beginning.
Oh, wow.
I was like, this is so dumb. Oh my god, this dude's bleeding everywhere. He's gonna ruin.
Yeah.
Have you been watching like the filler episodes of how they've been doing like Fishman Island, but they're showing it from the Straw Hats perspective?
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. So
there was a filler. I thought that was like a new remake that they did.
Oh, to me, I thought because I don't remember any of those, like any of that. Maybe it's been a long time since I watched it.
Maybe they just did a new version of it because they are chopping it up and making it faster.
Yeah, because if you remember, like they show like when the Straw Hats actually came back, we never saw like their exploits. We never saw the fake One Piece crew. We never saw them.
Oh yeah, when they came back, they had like the fake crew.
Yeah, like the doppelganger, like the fake Nami, the fake.
No, but they were in there, weren't they?
They were. I don't remember.
Yeah,
oh,
I don't. Dude, yeah, I'm almost like 100%.
So I'm going to trust you because you said you're just.
Yeah,
I don't remember that at all.
5 times deep into One Piece.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You've watched it 5 times.
I'm telling you, I really enjoy it.
I have a friend
who
I've been judging her because she's like, I want to start it over again, and she had like other shows she needs to watch. I'm like, no, you need to watch this other stuff. Don't you dare watch One Piece again. Mm-mm. But you've seen it 5 times. That's crazy.
When you have one pace, it makes it so much easier to watch it, and it's almost like, why wouldn't you watch it? And then it's like, okay, yeah, you watched it one time. Do you really understand everything that happened within that one time? No, there's like thousands and thousands.
That's like, like beating video games. When you beat them, it's like there's certain things you might have missed. So it's like I gotta go back and I play like, that's pertaining to this. That's pertaining to that.
And that's the fun part.
So you're right.
Yeah, but for sure they were there. The fake Straw Hats were there.
Okay, so you reminded me of that because I was just like, oh, they're remaking this. That's cool. I'm not mad at it at all.
In Sabaody, they show up to that bar, and that's where Nami and they sees all the fake ones. And then Usopp shows up, and then Luffy eventually comes through, and he runs into the gang, knocks him out with Conquerors, and then keeps going. They're
so,
they're there.
okay, cool.
Yeah. I remember some stuff.
Yeah.
Not
Oh.
everything.
I
That's
think
why, that's why it's so
yeah,
enjoyable.
yeah.
Like,
I'm glad
really-
you like it.
I'm happy you did
Yeah.
that
You're
because
real naive
I'm just
to watch it
so I've been feeling really bad about like not finishing it up.
yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna wait for it to come back. Which, by the way, it comes back in almost 30 days. It's probably like
Yeah,
20.
18 days, I think. Something
Yeah,
like that.
it's probably closer
Yeah,
to
it's
that.
super close.
It's so close, and I'm so excited.
Egghead is so good.
I'm so
Egghead
excited.
is so good.
Egghead is.
It's gonna be
absolutely-
so sad. Like I don't think
That's
people truly
fire.
understand how heartbreaking it's going to be when they finally release the Kuma stuff.
Right.
Dude, it's gonna be
That-
like it's gonna wreck
Yeah,
everybody.
that's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
wreck
bad. 'Cause, Yeah,
everybody.
he's fully like an android.
Yeah,
basically, at this
and
point.
they show his life,
Backstory
like
and-
how he basically got to that point.
didn't see
I
that
wouldn't-
yet, so
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it. Now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the things in One Piece. I was just like, what are we doing? Like, where are these little Kuma bots coming from? Like, what's happening? Like,
Yeah, that was random.
why is this a thing?
Yeah.
But they really explain. Of course, you start to understand. Like, he basically gave himself a sign, blah blah blah, whatever. But you don't truly know why he did it. But I'm sitting here like I'm in the treadmill.
Yeah.
I'm running, crying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
an anime girl just running.
Yeah.
You don't like me.
I hate you. But no, man.
man.
So what are y'all favorite arcs in One Piece?
Mine is Drum Island. I love
Drum
Drum
Island?
Island. It's
I'm
so
not gonna
good.
lie, you're the first person I ever heard say that. But the way you broke it down,
Yeah. It starts so good because it's literally Luffy and Vivi right there, and Vivi showing Luffy like, hey, you cannot always fight. Sometimes you literally have to ask for help. You have to literally humble yourself and beg for someone's help. Because if he didn't do that, then Nami would have died.
Mhm.
And then the whole story of Dr. Hurluck, Chopper, his kindness, taking over this kingdom, making it free from these people.
Yeah.
The like ending of like a person never truly dies unless they're forgotten. You're like, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so true. It's
I'm gonna die. No one's gonna remember me.
Yeah,
I was like Coco.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Okay.
Yeah, it's like basically,
Coco,
basically
yeah.
like Coco, and it's like so intense. And you're like,
Damn.
it's like, and then you have like that one guy, the guy who turns into what's the animal, the buffalo.
Yeah.
That dude who's like
okay.
he was with the bad kingdom doing bad stuff, but knowing he should have been done better, which is like, we've all been in those in those situations where like I don't want to be here doing this thing, but I'm kind of stuck. But then eventually you're free to be able to do the right thing because you know it's the right thing to do. It's like, dude, Drum Island.
I hear
Drum Island is so good, and at the very end, like how Chopper like the cherry blossoms in the sky literally just show you like
that.
that's what Dr. Hurluck was saying. He's like, he's going to do this to prove that you can cure an island. And it's like,
and I was like, and that made me want to get his flag for that one point. I was like, he's been working for years.
You know what's so crazy too? Because you look at the flag, it looks like those are flower petals, but if you look at Chopper's hooves, I think those are hooves. So it's almost like the flag itself had hooves on there that are pink hooves that look like Chopper. I think it's connected. But I'm also like watching it. Maybe I'm watching it too deep. I don't know.
No, I like that. There's no such thing as being too deep in One Piece, because if you look, they have things that came out in 1999, 2002 that are coming up now.
Yeah.
The level of world building that Oda has done, I don't even have the word for it.
Yeah.
Supreme, Masterful Plus, Ultra.
Yeah.
I don't know the words.
Galactic.
Galactic. I don't know.
Like, what episode? Maybe he's so good. He looking back and like, what can I do with this? That chick walk. I'm saying that's a certain character. I'm like an episode about that. He's just that good. Maybe he's that good, but the world building is phenomenal.
You know, a crazy thing that people don't notice is like when they're doing the backstory during Marineford of Ace, and you see that Luffy and Ace are doing the cups, the little 2 cups to be brothers. So right there and then you don't know that Sabo exists. But if you go back and you rewatch it, there's a shadow of another cup. There's another cup.
And then you see later on.
And then you see later on, here's the other brother.
Yeah.
God dang.
So it's like stuff like that is like everywhere in One Piece. That's what's so enjoyable. Sorry.
No, you're right. That's the good. That's what's so great about it, man, is that they put little bitty breadcrumbs. That's we're gonna need that for later. It may not be here, it may not be now, maybe 10 years from now. But the fact they could even say that, and then 10 years from now, they make it make sense.
Yeah,
it's on another level.
And you have eyes like yours, man. You got eyes like a hawk too. Like you said, there was a shadow.
Yeah, it's like I think it's either the shadow or the cup. I can't,
Yeah.
but it's like barely noticeable.
Yeah.
Like and if you're not really paying attention, you're just kind of like, oh, they're doing this, but you're like, what's that right there? Yeah. It's like, hold on, pause frame, stretch it out, enhance. Yeah.
So you're like Tony Stark.
Yeah. Dude, I wish. Just like that. That's
because
started.
So like with Kaido, I remember like the original version of Kaido was totally different than what we saw. Like we saw him one way, because it was just like a silhouette of him. Then all of a sudden, you see this
big beast of a man.
Man, Kaido's a beast. Who do you think gave the Straw Hats the most trouble? Because
like all of them,
like as far as a collective, like which villain do you think put the most pressure on them? Because I honestly don't. You said who?
Kuma.
Because I don't think that it was. I don't think it was Kaido. Like I think Kaido was probably the most
difficult for Luffy to fight by himself.
Yeah. Because I think he's. But I think honestly, Daffy's the one that really.
And the reason I said that because he just made him go away. Like, how do you do that? That's why I say Kuma, because he's just like
that's a good answer actually.
Right, he just made him go away like daddy.
Because they had no chance. They had no chance. He was so powerful. He made Luffy retreat. Like Luffy, Luffy wants to fight everybody. He just punched one of the Celestials in the face.
Yeah.
To the animation.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm like, man, you punched that boy to the color left. I like it.
Slap the black
out. So good. Yeah.
Well,
For me, I'm gonna say Alabasta, only because like the fight between. So think about the fight between Zoro and Daz Bones.
Mm-hmm.
So Daz Bones was literally a sword person. He became blades.
Yeah.
Zoro could not cut him with his own blade. Didn't even matter if he was strong, he could lift weights. He couldn't do it. Zoro literally had to basically die, unlock Haki in order to cut him. That's what I believe he unlocked Haki in order to cut him. And then because he did that, I also think that Luffy had to unlock Haki in order to defeat Crocodile. Because at the very end, you see the last scene when they're fighting, Crocodile does the spada, like the blades in his hand, and then Luffy comes and punches it. And it's like, okay, hold on. If his hand is covered in blood, it's still rubber. And if this is a blade, this blade will cut that rubber. It doesn't matter that it's wet. Blood. But he punches through it. So that had to be something else besides just the water. It had to be Haki. That's why I think that's
a good theory. I like it. I like it. Because they showed traces of them having Haki like way back when, but we don't know what it is at the time.
Yeah,
it's just talked about, but like we don't know exactly what it looks like.
I think generally,
that's a good theory, bro. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love One Piece. I enjoy it.
I like it.
Yeah, and it's like the battle in there and in Alabasta too, because like you have Nami fighting the pointy girl, right? Learning how to figure out that tool for the very first time. That's like really the first time she got injured later on, but that's like literally the first time she was actually struggling. She was about to die. She needs to figure it out, and then they figure it out. Same thing with Usopp and Chopper. They were both like getting smashed by the dog and the lady. And
I love when Usopp brings out that hammer, bro. That's
and then it's like they had to figure it out. And then Sanji also was like getting. Bon Clay had such a bigger reach than him, and he was struggling. And then once he realized, like, oh, if I just turn into a girl, he'll do whatever. He had to literally figure out. I have like he had like a split second to hit him between the changes. So it's like all those fights were so intense, almost like fails. And and then technically Luffy lost like two times.
Yeah, he lost twice.
Against Crocodile.
Yeah,
that to me, I'm like, that's why Alabasta is like it's so good.
Yeah, Alabasta's a really great arc. There's only one arc that I don't like, but I want to know which arcs are your least favorite.
I'm trying to figure out which one the least favorite in sense of fighting is Fishman Island. Like the actual fights.
I'm about to ask one. Oh, he's talking about fights, but
I'm talking about fights. The overall arc is very good. It's just
I love that arc.
But the fights, it's just like,
because the one they went. I wasn't gonna say heaven. I forget what it's called.
Skypiea.
Yeah, it's alright. But no, it's one worse than that.
I actually enjoy Skypiea. A lot of people don't like Skypiea. I thought it was fun.
But you know what was worse than that? The other one they went. Nightmare Before Christmas one.
Thriller Bark?
Oh, yes. Thriller Bark is butt, man. It's
you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
No, and the one that's even worse is Punk Hazard. Punk Hazard. Oh,
Yeah, you heard him.
Punk Hazard. I'm like, get this off of my screen immediately. But I watched it. I watched
You
it.
gotta rewatch it.
I may
Fresh-
skip
fresh
it. I
eyes.
may skip it. I don't know.
No, don't skip it. You can't skip it.
Enlighten us.
So,
please.
sell me
Please
Thriller
tell us.
Bark. Sell it.
Okay, look. So they just came from the high of taking on the world government, right?
Yes.
That's
So
true.
now they're like, hey, I got gear second, I got gear third. I've just unlocked a new whatever. I can kick and do this.
Right.
And Usopp is there, and Usopp is in his confidence mode with Sogeki.
Sure, yeah.
Mhm.
So literally, they think like they're on top. And here they come, and they get trapped in by another pirate that is crazy stronger than them,
Right.
and has a better crew, and has way more people that they can't even handle. Like, in order for them to even take down Gecko Moria,
Oh, he was annoying.
they had to get help. They
Mhm.
had to get shadows from someone else to help them to be able to take them down. They had to each one of them team up in order to take
Right.
down Oars. Yeah, Oars, the zombie
Yeah.
version of Oars. They
Yeah.
couldn't even survive without that.
Yeah.
So it's the craziest arc of seeing like, yeah, there's always something even bigger than what you realize. Like, yes, you just took on the world government. You took on CP9, which is literally at the bottom of the CP hierarchy. And
Yeah.
here comes an ancient giant.
Yeah.
You can't
Okay.
even. Do you understand how crazy this world really is? There's an
Yeah,
ancient
you
giant.
know,
You have to. All of you collectively need to team up in order to take this person down. And they almost lost.
True.
Literally, if it wasn't for the massive help from Lola and doing all the shadow stuff,
Yeah.
and then
About-
fighting
yeah.
off, and then basically because Moria was so confident in himself and didn't like actually train. You know, that's the bad
Yeah.
thing. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't ever train. And then he's like, he would have won.
He was like Frieza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he took in all the shadows, and he's like, if he could have just held on the shadows, he could have easily beat them. But
True.
I mean, Thriller Bark is like so intense. It's crazy. Yeah,
go
I get
back.
it.
I go
I get
back.
it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I'm just saying, look how difficult it really was for them to actually win. All of them.
No,
had to
no.
team
Hey,
up.
I agree with
All
you
of them
100%
had to
on
team
that.
up.
I do
Yeah.
agree. But it's just
Get
as
there.
far as like the story and getting through all that.
Dude, you get Brooke. You get Brooke.
That's
you
the
get,
best thing
you
about
get,
it.
you get
Yeah,
Ryu,
Brooke.
dude, you get Ryuma. You get the fact that this weird thing where like a person's body still remembers who they are,
Yeah.
even if you put
Right.
another
Yeah.
shadow in there, which is so crazy. That's why it's
Yeah.
like it's so deep. I'm like,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Okay,
It's like, what are
okay.
you
Like, what
talking
does that
about?
mean?
What does that mean?
The Gospel of One Piece.
Yeah, it's like, what
Right.
does that mean that your body is still connected to who you were, even though you're not here, and your body can like, go against someone forcing you against your will?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and it's like, what is your? And it shows you like your shadow is your like will, like it's
Yeah.
really who you are.
Yeah.
And it's like it's so crazy because like boom, you pop out the shadow of Luffy, it's still Luffy just in a different form.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It did show that. Like,
Yeah,
you go in
and
depth
then it
with
shows
that, yeah.
like your will is only as strong to a certain extent, and then it can get taken over by like a foreign body,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Makes sense.
crazy. I'm just saying, Thriller Bark is pretty good.
Since you're talking, you always got some One Piece content on your Instagram. What made you start doing that?
I don't know. Honestly, you know what it is because like eventually when you start finding people who like One Piece, and there's like different levels to the One Piece people, and I realized that, and I was like, oh no, I'm being like the crazy person, be like, hey, so what do you think about? And I was like, okay, hold on, pull it back. That you're not at that level. You're at like, hey, it's a good show. Yeah, I'm like, I started like talking to people like, oh, you watch One Piece? Like, you're not obsessed about it all the time, watching it all the time, and thinking about it all the time. No, oh. So then I was like, okay, well, I have all these thoughts, and I'm like, let me just express my thoughts. Let me see what people think, and I just started putting it out there. And I was like, let's just go. Let's just put it out there. Yeah.
As I was hitting you up, I like your style. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I definitely enjoy your-
I
enjoy your theories,
Yeah,
man.
your theories and all that good jazz. And I was like, and I remember I was talking to you about that, like I think last year, and I'm going, dude, I like how you doing this, dude.
Yeah.
This stuff, dude. Because I remember you had at the time doing that, and then obviously you started doing this, and I kept watching, and he'll come in, I come in from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like your style of editing. And me and you like kind of
Yeah,
trading
yeah,
information. And you would teach me how to edit on CapCut through the phone. So I was like, man, thanks for the advice, bro. And I use it to this day.
No,
so
yeah,
I
I appreciate
that.
it. Yeah, I
so
appreciate
you
the love. Yeah,
inspired me.
because
yeah,
it's just enjoyable. It's like I like doing that, and I'm just trying to find the people. Like my goal is just to talk to everybody who wants to talk about One Piece. I'm like,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about One Piece? All right, let's go.
Please,
Let's
we can talk about One
online.
Piece all day.
Let's go online. I'm hitting up people on Instagram. I'm like, hey, you want to talk about One Piece? Let's go. There's like this one girl. She was like barely watching One Piece for the first time. Yeah. She just finished Drum Island. I was like, if you want to get on live, let's go. Let's talk One Piece. And I found a person online. Her name is Coco Sensei, and she was like, hey, I like your stuff. If you ever want to just talk One Piece, let's talk. And I was like, boom, let's go live. And let's just start talking about
Fucking right,
yeah.
Bro.
I just this. I just want to talk to people about One Piece.
Yeah,
it's like, let's just talk.
Heck yeah.
It's a good thing to talk about.
It is.
I can't get enough of it, man. So how did you feel about the live action version of One Piece compared to we're not going to compare it to the show. Can't do that.
Yeah, you
That's
can't
unfair.
compare it to the show.
But what did you think about the live action?
I like the live action. I didn't watch it all the way because I feel like I have the anime in my head so much that it's hard for me to like disconnect it from that. So I was like, okay, I can watch the live action, and then there's like stuff there's like changes. I'm like, even though the actors are amazing,
right?
The main dude in Yatu is fantastic. The Buggy guy was
he stole the show.
Dude, I was like, whoa! I was like, this guy is good. He's he literally stole the show. Mihawk is fantastic. They're all very good, but it's just a different version. I was like, I'm good. I'll just keep watching the anime and talking about it, but I probably do need to give it some, a proper watch.
Yeah, give it
whenever you're ready.
I'm telling you, it's not bad. It is different.
Yeah,
but it's not bad. I just look at because sometimes they retell stories and may change things and move things around. Not just in One Piece, but in media and fiction in general.
Right.
So I'm normally okay with it because I don't want a one for shot of the anime. I don't want to see that because I watch the anime if I gotta see that. Right. But don't you change it. Like, don't give Zoro the gum fruit and like want me to watch it because I'm not watching that mess. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. But keep the core things the same. Yeah. Change some stuff up because a lot of times I think why the live action anime things fail is because with anime, even though we know what anime is, sometimes it doesn't translate over into live action. Certain like jokes and references and things like that, and don't translate over.
Yeah. They kind of can, because if you watch like some like Korean like shows, okay, like for example, like I think you see you don't like it, Volcano High. The humor is kind of like anime style, and that was a Korean movie, so you kind of can,
but it doesn't translate over. Like no one's talking about Volcano High except for me and you right now.
Well, but I'm saying, I'm saying that you can. Granted, like you said,
but sometimes it doesn't translate well. I don't know why, because I enjoy anime, so I don't know why I wouldn't want to see it, but it doesn't. It's like Attack on Titan. Watch the live action.
Right.
Attack on Titan is one of my favorite animes of all time. It's 1A, 1B with that and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah, very good.
But the live action, matter of fact, both of those movies, I never have to watch that again. If I could scrub anything from my memory, those two things are getting out of there.
Oh man!
I can make more room for One Piece. I would have forgot about them showing up. I would have forgot about that if I hadn't watched those, right? But no, sometimes it doesn't translate. I don't know why, but they did a really good job with this because Oda was involved too.
Yeah, Oda was involved.
So that really,
Oda, that's a huge thing. It's Oda literally being there.
I'm not gonna lie. That's why I watched it. That was because when I first saw it, my wife, my kids, I was like, I am not about to watch this.
But we watched a bunch of failures from Netflix when it comes to.
But that's why I stopped. I had to stop. I had to stop somewhere. I love myself. I gotta stop. I gotta stop.
Abuse.
Yeah,
right.
I sat there. I sat through Death Note with another one of my favorites.
I know, but I heard the Japanese one is actually good. So there's.
I just started watching it. It's on Amazon. I just started watching it. I just started watching it. It's like a series. So I
haven't seen it. I just heard it was good.
Yeah, it's a series on Amazon. I just started watching it. It came out a while ago.
I told you the Japanese got to touch on it, bro. The Japanese are gonna do it, bro.
Yeah.
So and what's funny? So I was watching. We're about to get off One Piece just for a second. I was watching this anime called Alice in Borderland. This TV show, Alice in Borderland. It's on Netflix. It's basically about these people. They get transported to a different world. They have to compete to survive. It's like Squid Games before Squid Games.
Oh,
so they're in these games. They have to survive, and if they lose, they die.
Nice.
It reminds me of an anime in the way they tell jokes in their style, but that's just Japanese culture. It is what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
So that works there. It worked there in that moment, but in the animes, it does not work except for in One Piece.
You, bro.
One Piece they got. Oh, and Yu Hakusho. They got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
They
They
got
killed
it.
it with Yu Hakusho. I'm telling you, watch it later on.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it tonight.
Watch the first episode, and if you don't get hooked, then I get
No,
it.
it's
Down.
yeah, I love it. I love the anime. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I just, I finished it. Oh, it ended well. Yu Hakusho, I know we're talking about One Piece. Like, cause I never seen it. Like, I God, it was more. To me, it peaked at the Dark
Oh, you
Tournament.
never fit.
I never
What?
finished it. Yeah.
I thought you did.
Oh,
Bro, it was so
no,
good.
it's good. But that Dark Tournament was peak, bro.
Yeah, the
After that,
dark
I was like, I don't
tournament.
care.
The dark tournament was peak. That was the best thing. It's the
Yeah.
best. So,
Yeah.
dang, we want to get off One Piece for a minute. I gotta ask this question.
You talking about live action or are you talking
No,
about
the actual anime.
Oh yeah, okay.
I never
yeah,
watched
for
a
sure.
whole.
Oh, you never seen it? Oh,
Like, so I watched.
Yeah.
I always go to the Dark Tournament and like stop, and then even like I
Yeah,
brought my
didn't they
friends
go into
DVD.
the demon world? And it's like,
Yeah, bro, I ain't know.
Well, because they
Great,
stopped
great,
back.
great.
So, like when you were
Well,
watching on
Cartoon
TV,
Network,
they
they
stopped
stopped there.
at the
Oh.
Friend of my
tournament.
friend had a DVD. It stopped there because, like, I guess he didn't have them, and I don't know if they came out at the time. It was like 2008, 2009.
Yeah, that's
But-
when you had to have the DVDs, or else you're not gonna see
Yeah,
nothing.
and then like it was on Funimation, and I watch it, and I stopped there because I do something else. I'm weird with
Yeah.
not cinema, but like media. And then so I was like, it's funny because I'm about to leave Netflix this month.
Yeah.
At the end of the month, it's going for Netflix, but I got Crunchyroll. So I was like, well, this is the reason to watch this. I'm watching. I'm like, oh, cool. Oh, Genkai still here. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, wait, what is great granddaddy? He called him dad. It was weird. It's a demon. Like, how does this happen? Oh, wow, okay, cool. And then he comes back in the next episode. He created democracy in Demon World.
Yep.
Oh my god!
I said, look at our boy out here.
Yeah, he created democracy in Demon World. Like everything.
Colonizing the demon world,
Well,
baby.
actually, he did a great thing.
Yeah, he
'cause they
did.
do these
He did.
three these three demons.
Factions, they're all
Yeah.
killing
Yeah, they
and
kill
stuff.
each other
Yeah.
for freaking centuries. And then his youth guy like, I'm gonna kick each other's ass at a time.
Hey, stop
Yeah.
playing. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Y'all better
Oh,
stop.
he ain't do that
Yeah.
because his granddad died right in front of him.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I ain't hear this shit. So yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, how about we have this tournament and kick each other's heads in?
Yeah.
All right.
Tournaments are
Okay,
great.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, one of the best tournament arcs ever
Yeah.
in
The
life.
dark tournament or
Yes, the dark
demon?
tournament.
Oh,
The
okay,
dark
yeah,
tournament.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the demon world. I mean, they could have. It was all right.
That's
But
cool.
what did you think about the ending of Yu?
Some of the very end.
Yeah, like the ending. Like, how do you think that it ended?
Oh yeah,
You liked it?
perfect.
Perfect.
I like even how like, Genkai like basically gave them their will, to
Yeah.
them, and they kind of see all that. That's basically the end. So like pretty soon die. They're like, girl, even Botan was like, hey, you probably outlive me. And I was like, damn, she taking care of herself as she smoked a cigarette. I'm gonna eventually die, motherfuckers. So you and the rest of the fucking route gang on all that. She owned a lot of property, got a beach and shit like that. And then, what's her name? That Keiko's like, come back, Yusuke! And then, cool brother, man, fuck you, Meshi, man.
Yeah.
Like, what you say, motherfucker? Like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Oh, Yusuke!
Yeah.
And they splashing each other with water.
Yeah,
And,
I love
It
the
was
way.
good. It was a
See,
good
I
ending.
love that. So I watched it,
yeah.
and then I went online. I'm like, I wonder what people thought about the ending, and they were bashing. It was so happy. It should have ended like
What? For real?
I'm like,
It's a
dang.
happy ending. What's
Like,
the problem?
like I don't want happy endings. I thought that's what we all wanted in
Like,
life.
anime, so, anime. It's not always like happy-go-lucky. It's like somebody got weird, like walking down the street with blood on their hands.
Or they want the
Yeah.
hero to die.
Yeah, he already died
in a
twice.
sacrificial way.
I want what we want.
Like he created democracy in this weather world within 3 years and came back. So,
Yeah.
how y'all doing? Oh, we get to have this land?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're good to go. We're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Back to One Piece.
Piece.
One Piece. Yes.
So I have to ask this. What are your this is probably gonna take up a chunk of time. I already
That's fine.
know. Especially probably between me and you. We about to nerd out. I already see it coming.
Hey, yeah,
But no, you're gonna be in it too.
All right,
And I think we're about to geek out.
but I think you two gonna do it. I'm just be like,
So
you know what I'm saying?
what are some of your favorite like hype moments in One Piece? Where this thing happens on screen and it's like, oh my God, let's go, Jeremy.
The fact that Luffy punched the fuck out of that celestial dragon.
Oh, I love that so
yeah.
much.
Oh, man, I was in the kitchen. I said, yo,
I got chills. I got
Oh.
chills. Like the art style, the way he just.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you punched that boy in the monochrome. I didn't know we could do that. Dang, that boy turned into Steamboat.
It literally went to tune verse. It's just like now we went back to writing it, drawing it out.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
I
That was
think
so
like
fire.
hype.
I'll say one while you're thinking.
Keep thinking, please.
Man, Nico Robin's I Want to Live.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That made me like shed a tear and like I was so hyped because of what that meant. Like the One Piece, yeah, that's Bay. That's Bay.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Where's she at? She on here somewhere.
That shit right there, on your shoulder over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. There go my Bay. Nami Tsunami.
Yeah, no.
We always had this debate on who's better, Nami or Robin.
I mean, Robin.
Oh,
You know, sexiest
all right,
thank
you for coming on the podcast, bro.
man, bro. Thank you, bro. Told you,
man,
most sexiest anime character ever.
No, I love Nami. But no, when they decided to save Robin, I was like, wow, y'all
That's a good moment.
and they like Sniper King shoot down that flag.
Yeah,
like y'all know what y'all are doing. Y'all declaring war with the government.
Yeah.
Like y'all about to do this?
Yeah.
And they did it. And it's like I didn't know how they were going to come out on top of that. I had no idea because the government we knew of the government,
right?
But we've been seeing them watch the government for a while, like the goons, like a little fodder. They show up and they just slap them around. But these government people weren't playing.
Yeah.
Oh, those were gangsters at that time. Yeah.
That's one moment that really I was so hyped.
Because they replayed that several times too. And They're like, oh yeah, remember Luffy did this? I want to live! And like, hey, shoot that shit now, Sniper King.
Yeah.
Dog shit. Woof.
Yeah.
You know, a really good hyper moment for me right now, recently thinking, is just like Kobe coming through and showing up. And it's like all the Kobe haters, like I understand because you don't watch One Piece, you don't get it.
Right.
Like Oda set up Luffy and Kobe at the same time.
They're going parallel.
They're literally the same. You got an Emperor God level Luffy, and you're gonna have like God level Kobe. And it's like finally Kobe gets his flowers to show like, look what happens when you work and you just be consistent and you keep going. You don't give up on your dream. It's the same thing like Luffy, except you're seeing his side, and it's just like, man, he comes in, boom, clutch, saves everybody.
Galactic
impact. It's like
I just watched I just watched a video today of they were showing the English dub version and the Japanese version of them doing that attack.
Yeah.
Both of them are fire. Like I can find no fault. I'm like, this is just amazing. Speaking of hype moment, Garp.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's like finally people are seeing like, yo, Garp is literally a menace. Like you should not be putting any disrespect on his name. He's literally holding back. And it's crazy as you go back to Marineford and you think Garp had that in his pocket the entire time.
I was mad.
He was holding back.
I was mad at Garp. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, I was like,
but the thing.
So Ace didn't have to die, huh?
No, but the thing is like,
hey, bro.
So Ace could have lived, huh?
But the thing is like, one, Ace had to live his own life. He had to make his own choices. Yeah. Two, he did not want to listen to Garp.
Yeah, that's true. The whole time he never did.
He didn't ever want to listen. So he didn't want to listen to his elders. And then three, he was with Whitebeard, and then Whitebeard is supposed to be his father, and you're supposed to be listening to your father. And then your father tells you, "Hey, don't go after Blackbeard. I have a bad feeling about this," and he disobeys Whitebeard. Yeah. And then everything happens. It's like, look, it's not Garp's fault that Ace died. Ace chose this life. Man. He chose to not obey. He chose to go there, and that's what happens. Like your choices have consequences. Yeah, it's like, see? and to say that Garp didn't care, he's like literally crying on stage.
Oh, I'll never say he didn't care.
Well, he could have prevented it, but it's kind of like
he really couldn't at the same time.
Because he wanted to, but he was basically I understand what you're saying, but that's not why he didn't help. He didn't help because one of his position, he was afraid of Son Goku, which I'm like, this dude sucks. Like he just turns into gold.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Dude.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens in the war.
Now, if he starts doing some stuff, I'm like, bro, you could have, because you knew what was right, basically. And that's why you quit, because you knew that this had all gone too far. Right? Yeah. That's why he basically retired. But that moment when Garp did that, man, I remember I was on the gym again on the treadmill, and I'm just like, Garp just leveled this entire island with a punch.
Yeah.
I was like, Blackbeard, you better run.
Yeah.
And you better run fast.
He would punch mountains to practice.
Yeah. I ain't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That was in Dressrosa when Luffy fought his enemy Don Chow, Don Chow was a pirate who would also fight against Garp. So he's from Garp's generation.
Oh shit.
And so Don Chow fought Garp, and Garp literally told him like, "Hey, I've been punching mountains to train to go fight you." And then he messed up his cone with his punch. Messed on Chow. Yeah. So Garp has like been holding back.
Man,
Garp,
that was crazy.
Yeah. So the hype for me is Kobe. Like
Kobe, that was like, fire.
Finally,
we're
seeing like Kobe is finally getting some respect.
Yeah, I can't wait to see like towards the end because, like you said, they're going parallel.
Yeah.
So I wonder how it's gonna be because I know Kobe will end up siding with Luffy in a way that suits him. I don't think he's gonna just become a straw hat. That's not happening. Yeah. But I think he'll side with him in a way that suits him and suits humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Another moment for me, I mean, it's easy. It's Gear 5, man. Gear 5 gave me chills. Like it was just such a beautiful thing to see. I love the music. Oda was flexing on the animation. They just had flowers and rose petals. They have nothing to do with Gear 5. And he was just like, he just like basically like using CapCut. Put all the effects on. Put all of it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Stack it.
Yeah.
Cool. Gear 5 was out there.
I'm surprised you ain't said what's the name? Shanks, when he was fighting, he was flexing his muscle.
Oh,
you made
against Kid?
Kid.
Yeah, because he made a video.
Kid got. I've never seen such a wrecking in One Piece of my life. A one shot, one kill. Poor Kid, man. Yeah. Kid was feeling himself too.
Yeah,
he just beat Big Mom. He
and that's the problem. Is like he didn't do it by himself, but he's thinking that he did it.
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
you're still not at.
You are not him. You're Sit down.
No,
you are not him.
No.
Luffy didn't even beat Kaido. If it was just Luffy versus Gear 5 versus Kaido, I still don't know who would win. I'm still leaning towards Kaido because Kaido. They beat this man up for 200 episodes, and he was just good.
Yeah. I mean, eventually he would figure it out and get him, but that's pretty crazy. I think, man, I was thinking about Wano too, like the hype moment of like Kid and Law both working together, and Kid doing his rail gun for the first time. You're just like,
clean,
yes,
so clean.
It's so good. It's so good. He's just like, dude, the power of magnetism is wild. Yeah. It's like it's not that he can. It's not like he. Make sure I say this correctly. His power is that he can just connect metal, which seems so crazy. He just connects it, right? But then he's doing something to it at like a atomic level where he's changing the metal to do stuff. Yeah. And everything that he did with that railgun was with scrap metal.
Yes.
That wasn't with like high quality.
It's trash.
It's literally trash metal. Wow. And he's making this crazy gun trying to take on an Emperor of the Sea. And you're like, damn.
And shout out to Big Mom. Yeah. Big Mom is a tank.
Yo, when she did that weird, when that new, when she did that combined attack between the sword and the thundercloud and the flame, and it became like a new girl, like this. Who is this person that came out? And it's like a whole nother person coming out. Yeah, it's like, dude, Big Mom is
Big Mom is OP.
She's overpowered. That's the most overpowered to me. She just keep doing stuff.
Yeah, because Kaido he's dragon. Yeah, he shoots the dragon breath. But Big Mom was like, dude, what the heck?
She's
you got
God.
you had all these other living things fighting for you.
She like sing song, man. She's still a soul. She doing everything.
She took a son's soul because she was hungry.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you fat first of all.
Scary.
Big back, big fat.
You bad. Big back.
Oh, by the way, I don't think that they're dead either.
No, I don't think they're dead.
They're alive. No, they may be in lava, but I mean, 200 episodes to basically even get to the point where you're knocked out. Like I think some lava's not gonna.
No, lava's not gonna kill them. No way. They'll come back. I mean, Kaido, he literally jumped from Sky Island to the ground.
Oh,
nothing. It was fine.
You remember how hard it was for the Straw Hats to get off there?
Yeah,
bro. This guy just
he just drops like nothing. Yeah, it's crazy. No, I think they're alive, and I think they're gonna come back even stronger. Which is crazy. It's like. But where are they going to fall? Because we know that what's coming in the future is a big, massive war. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be two sides, like one side of the world government trying to either keep things in control or control everything, or it's going to be the pirates or the people who stand for freedom. And so where is where's Big Mom and Kaido gonna fall in that? It's like they want to control things. They're not like technically they're not freedom. Like you don't go to Whole Cake Island and think you're free. Like you're not free. Like,
you a slave with
yeah, you literally can't leave. She kills you if you try to leave, which is crazy. Yeah, that's what I was like, man. Whole Cake Island is so.
Remember
so
the song? I remember when it first came on, and they were like singing the song.
Yeah.
And then you just hear that mama.
Oh yeah,
such a good character. I like Big Mom.
Me
a lot.
too. I'm like, this lady seems so. She's not that bad. But then you see it, then I'm like,
yeah, like the truth behind everything.
This is evil. Like,
hey, bro, dude, I like her backstory when she was just little Ling Ling.
Yeah,
and just speaking of Big Mom, I think I said this on this podcast before. She's a good Christian woman. She married all the dicks she made.
She married all the dudes.
And she married all the dicks she made.
She married them all and just
kill them.
Yep, hit them with that Black Widow status. You're gone. You're
basically just kicked them out, and they're like, okay, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, right. Because man,
I wonder why though. Isn't that strange? Because she was just a kid. She didn't learn. Yeah. She didn't have like her mom to teach her anything like that. Maybe it was that the chef, the chef dude maybe told her that, like, hey, you can't be having babies outside of marriage. And it's like, okay, I'll marry them.
I'll marry them. I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get rid of them.
Yeah,
don't get wrong. Because that backstory was good too, and when you see her, because. I think Big Mom's like, what, 50? Come on, boy.
Oh, sorry, get down.
You never, he love you. Look at that. Because I think that what they say, I think at the time she was like, what, 5? When she was a little girl, 5 or I forget how old it was.
Yeah, like 8 or something.
8 or
Yeah.
And I think she's like, what, 60, 64, 65 or something like that. I did the math at the time. I forgot how old she was, but she in her 60s.
Yeah.
Currently in One Piece. I was like, and you still going out like this?
Yeah.
Wow, Big Mom, you different. She different in her 60s, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta watch the episode that episode when she was a little girl. And it says how old she is and like how many years ago that was from the current times, like 60-something years. And I was like, or 50-something years, and I was going.
She's like the same age as Garp. So however old Garp is.
I forget.
I wonder how old Garp is. Because if he's like 70 or something, he is.
Yeah, he is. He's like he's up there.
He's a strong 70.
Yeah,
but, I mean, look at Big Mom too. She in the 60s.
Yeah.
Fucking wrecking shit.
I know. It's all passive too. Like she doesn't even. She's just so crazy strong. You can't really penetrate her with bullets or anything. You literally need Conqueror's Haki or maybe some crazy technology to actually hurt her.
And I love the fact that now Haki is king. Like if you don't have Haki, if you're just, because I think maybe Kaido says this.
Yeah,
like
Kaido,
a devil fruit user would never be the king of the pirates because.
Oh wow.
You know, you can't. That's cool.
You're limited.
Yeah, like you can even Enel, one of the most broken devil fruits there is. He couldn't beat Luffy.
Not now.
Luffy was just.
It's so funny too because you think about Fishman Island when they're leaving Fishman Island. The swamp dude was there and he was like trying to steal something, and the mink Pedro was there, and the swamp guy, he's a devil fruit, and he's a Logia, and he's like, oh, I'm a Logia, you can't touch me, and so the mink guy Pedro just like knocks him out, and he's like, you devil fruit users are way too overconfident.
Yeah,
welcome to the new world, basically.
Yeah. Wait, that's that dude that's like turns like liquid and shit like that.
He was the.
He's gross.
Swamp.
It's my favorite part. Keep talking. I'm gonna tell you my favorite part with that guy too. By the way.
Yeah, no, it's just funny because it's like, it's a good way to show you how the new world is so much different than the old world. It's like, you think you're hot shit because you have a devil fruit. Like, no, welcome to the new world where literally Haki is everything. Yeah, your devil fruit only amplifies your Haki. It doesn't trump it.
That's crazy because it's kind of like JoJo. It went from Harmon to stand users. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I noticed when I was watching, One Piece, I know I stopped on, them fighting Kaido, but I'm gonna get back on it because I'm gonna go to that site you told me to go to now because I gotta catch up. But my favorite part with that swamp dude was like he was in the ship, but he was in his barrel, right? He's like, I'm gonna get him when at least suspected, and Frankie looking like. I was like, I see you. And he like trapped him in the. He's like, let me out. I was like, the fuck up, dude. Like, who draw it? He was like, literally leans to the side, looking at him like, do you know I can see you?
Yeah. It's so crazy too. It's so funny too because like people like really put so much like emphasis and power like on a devil fruit, and I personally think like, dude, if you have a devil fruit, you are at like a humongous handicap because literally one piece of sea prism stone, and you're
you're
out.
useless. Yeah,
you throw you into the ocean, you're out.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it makes sense why certain people like in the Marines are like heavy on like, hey, we got to use hockey. We can't be using no double fruits because the double fruits are it's not it's a literally a double-edged sword with too many negatives. Like yes, it has crazy positives, but it does affect you in a very bad way.
Yeah.
And and right now, like they were in Wano. Wano has all the sea prism stone. Eventually, they're going to figure out how to make weapons or tools out of that to go after the devil fruit users.
Yeah, because that's what I wonder. Like, why does no one have a devil fruit sword? Like, why are we wielding that thing?
No, you have them.
Oh,
you have two of them.
Who has them?
Spadman from in Ennie's lobby. That dude.
Oh,
yeah, the elephant.
That's right.
Yeah. He's got that. No, he's got the elephant. Double fruit.
That's right.
Are you talking about sea prism stone sword?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think anyone.
That's why.
I thought you were talking about devil fruit. Yeah, sea prism.
No, he did say devil fruit.
I mean, I'm sorry, sea prism. Why do we not have a sea prism sword?
Well,
because it's crazy. They're crazy hard to make, and there's like the only people that really know how to make stuff out of that are people in Wano, which is usually the samurais. Which is crazy because you think about like Odin. Odin knew how to chop into the actual poneglyphs.
Yeah.
And me personally, I think it's one of those things of like some kind of level of swordsmanship that you have to have that you're able to hit it. Because when Zoro was almost basically dead in Alabasta, that's when he said, like, I heard the voice of all things. Yeah. And I could feel everything. Damn. So it might be some weird hyper connection to where here's this poneglyph, this piece of metal, I guess, and you have to be able to feel exactly what you're cutting.
Yeah.
Like you can't just hit it. It's like, no, you have to know, like, right this angle to get this piece to actually pop off. Like intense, like levels that are not even there yet.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Mihawk. I don't know. Maybe Mihawk has it. I don't know.
Damn, that's what. Maybe he got like a little sword and a little thing like, oh
yeah.
Ding, surprise.
Yeah.
a little sea prism shank.
Yeah. It's crazy right now.
So okay, oh man, it's been an hour already. Oh man, I got some more questions. Okay, so what's one of the things that you're looking forward to most in One Piece? Like, what are you looking forward to seeing?
Things I'm looking forward to seeing. I really want to see how Luffy and Kobe kind of work together. Okay. I want to see like, okay, because I personally think like friendship is going to be the thing that really messes up the entire world and also fixes the world, because you have the separation of the pirates and the Marines, and they're not supposed to be friends ever. And you see that in Punk Hazard too, when they're like, no, we're not friends. You can't. We have a line. It was like, no, dude, we're our friends. We're helping each other.
Yeah.
And I want to see how does that eventually work out, where the pirates and the Marines can both coexist and be friends. And hopefully we get rid of the red line, which is literally separating two different people, I guess, ideologies, and letting people to be free to actually choose where they want to be. Because if you're stuck in the old world in the East Blue, you literally cannot leave unless you are crazy and you want to be a pirate and you want to go through all the crazy stuff, the reverse mountain, just to get into the Grand Line, to then be caught up with a bunch of other people.
To want to leave.
Just to want to leave. Yeah, you're literally in a prison in the old world, and in the new world, you're also in another prison. You're not even allowed. And the only way for you to actually get through is through Fishman Island, unless you're the Marines and you have like the connection to be able to go over. But I just want to see how do the pirates and the Marines finally get along? How does Kobe fulfill his dream and Luffy at the same time?
Deep.
So do you think that they'll have to? I'm thinking they're going to have to unite for a common threat.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be
Blackbeard.
Emu.
Yeah.
Emu. I even think it's crazy. I even thrown this out. It's like, it's even crazy. I genuinely think Luffy and Blackbeard are going to have to team up to take down Emu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's going to be one of those. It's like,
Emu is a monster, man. That's so. Like when you catch back up, you're going to see like a scene or something that happens.
Right.
And I was just like, oh my God, like, what are y'all gonna do? Like, what is the plan? And it's funny you mentioned Blackbeard. One of the things I'm really looking forward to seeing, what is gonna happen with Blackbeard? What's gonna happen with Blackbeard and Shanks? Like, where are their allegiances at? Like, where are they at?
I mean, Blackbeard wants to rule the world. He said it.
Right.
Well, he's he's kind of said it, but also it's in the manga. He basically says, or the crew members say they want to take over the world, basically become the new Emu. But Shanks, I think his allegiance is still to like being free. Like,
no, man, it's not. I don't think so.
I don't think he's like shady, dark.
He tried to. Well, no, and I'm happy that they dispelled. Well, you read the manga.
Yeah.
So I'm happy they dispelled what's going on with that, because I was like,
it was confusing. It was confusing for a minute. Like, who is this person? Is this other person Shanks? Not Shanks? And you're like, oh, he's not. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm happy they dispelled that. But I want to know, because Shanks, well, I don't think Kid's dead, but he's as close to dead as you can be right now.
A coma.
Yeah. He's taking a little
resting.
He's taking a little nappy nap for the next 300 episodes.
Yeah.
But he did that to Kid. Now, I know because he saw what Kid was going to do. I understand that.
Yeah.
But there could have been a different way that he handled that. He basically murdered all of them. Like he murdered all of them.
Well, I mean,
and I'm not saying that
Shanks did point a big gun to everybody.
Yeah, this is true.
It wasn't just like, hey, you guys need to move over so I can go see Shanks. He's like, no, I'm gonna literally kill everybody that's here.
I'm gonna kill all the innocent bystanders, all these people that have nothing to do with what we have going on.
Yeah.
So I understand. See, I get that, but what does Shanks really want? Like, because Shanks.
Oh, I see what you're saying. What's his goal? What's his dream?
That's what I want to know. What his goal and Blackbeard's goal is, because Blackbeard's goal is to take over the world.
Literally take over the world. Yeah.
I don't see him making. Well, he took over that island, the Beehive Island. That's his. But I just don't see him making those moves. So, like, what?
Dude, hold on. Let me make you think like crazy stuff right now. Okay. So look. So Blackbeard, when he was on Whitebeard's crew, he was on there specifically so that he could eventually find that one devil fruit. Blackbeard has been planning since the beginning. So right now it seems like kind of weird stuff that's going on. He's like, no, he's been planning. He literally planned, I'm gonna get on Whitebeard's crew to get that devil fruit.
Yep.
Once he gets that devil fruit, he's like, okay, cool. Now that I have this devil fruit, the next thing that I need to do is I need to get certain crew members. Well, in order to get these certain crew members, they're technically an impel down. So I need to become a warlord of the sea so that I could just break into impel down.
Yeah.
And then once he breaks into impel down, he has his crew. Now that he has his crew, he takes over Beehive. Yep. Now that he takes over Beehive, he's like, okay, once I know that I have this control, my goal is to make myself an official nation of the world government. So, and that's one little step towards eventually becoming the ruler. Like, his end goal, he has it written down. He has his dream. He's like,
you're right on 100% of all this, because I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
but it just something doesn't. Are you trying to get the One Piece? Like, so the One Piece doesn't seem like it's your goal, but you're moving towards getting the One Piece. Right. But it doesn't seem like your main goal. Just like, to me, now with Shanks, is like, now it's time to go get the One Piece.
Yeah.
Now it's time. Like, you probably could have got it whenever you wanted, but now because he's used to being free.
Because Roger told him something that made him cry, and for some reason he decided not to go after the One Piece. And then he meets Luffy, and he sees his old captain in Luffy. So I think he's almost like, you know how like Zoro says like his ambition is to be the world's greatest swordsman, but also at the same time his ambition is to make sure that Luffy becomes the king of the pirates. I genuinely think that Shanks might also have that ambition. It's like, after meeting Luffy, seeing his spirit, seeing how he is, he's like, and knowing the truth, because he also ate the devil fruit, the sun god Nika fruit. I think Shanks is literally like, okay, my goal is to make sure that I'm such an amazing pirate that Luffy has to come to this level so that he can actually reach his goal.
Okay.
He has to, so it's like he indirectly is like, my dream is to make sure that you become the king of the pirates. Okay. Because he will not be it. He knows he's not going to be it. So he's like trying to help Luffy do it. And that's why he's like, that's why he tells Whitebeard, he's like, I gave my arm to the next generation. It's like, I'm literally I have my what's the term?
I got skin in the game.
I got skin in the game.
Quite literally.
For Luffy, for him to become the king of the pirates. I think that's genuinely his thing, is like, I'm trying to make sure that Luffy becomes the king of the pirates. Like, what do I need to do so that he gets there? That's where I see Shanks.
Damn,
I hope that, man. I don't know.
Good. One Piece is so
I don't
good.
know. I hope, man, but I just see a swerve coming from somewhere.
Yeah, because of betrayal. There's like a lot of betrayal.
Because you know there's a theory that one of them is going to betray, one of the Straw Hats will betray Luffy. Who do you think it's going to be? So I look at it like this. You have to look at everyone that's, I don't think it's going to be anyone that's done it already. So that you get rid of Sanji, Luffy, Nami.
Right, yeah, kind of. Yeah, Nami.
No,
Robin.
Robin, because Robin already basically came to the crew. So it's not going to be her. It won't be her. It won't be her. It's not. It's not going to be Chopper because I don't think that's going to. Not that
that's
Chopper.
Family. That's Chopper's family.
But Chopper's a little puppy, man.
That's the family.
Would it be? You got Frankie, Brooke, Jinbei.
The only person I can see is probably Jinbei.
I would say maybe what's his name?
Because what's his face?
Usopp.
No, Usopp has already done.
Usopp's already done a betrayal.
Yeah, he's already done the betrayal. Well, it wasn't a betrayal. Well, yeah, I guess so. He went against Luffy. Man,
he went hard, man. That boy went plus ultra against Luffy.
Man, I don't even want to talk about that. You know,
we get into debates about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, bro, we couldn't lose that money. So, okay, you see how he fought Luffy. It was pretty damn good. It was a good fight.
Yeah.
But he knew he was going to lose. Why he didn't do it with the Frankie family, bro? Why he didn't go hard with them dudes?
He did try, though.
Not as hard as he went with Luffy, bro.
Well, that's the problem is that remember, he's a sniper.
Right.
He's supposed to fight people at a distance. Then all of a sudden he shows up to fight these people one-on-one, asking them for the money back.
Yeah.
That's not his way of fighting. And also he knows Luffy. He knows he's been with him for so long. He knows his weakness, his strengths. That's why it seemed like he went crazier with Luffy than with the Frankie family. But technically he just knew how to fight Luffy. Like if we had to fight Luffy, we know what to do.
Yeah.
In a certain way. We know we can freeze him. We know we can box him in if we really need to. Like you can capture him. And that's what Usopp knew. He knew how to fight him. The Frankie family is just a complete random group. We have no idea.
Damn it, you killed my fucking argument now.
Sorry,
it's amazing how you did it.
Yeah, I'm just
damn,
I'll never have to hear this again. Thank you.
Let's talk about
you don't understand this shit.
Yeah. Hey,
I said something similar. You just don't want to.
No, not like that. No, he was like, there's a molecules. I'm like,
yeah.
You say it like that.
I just said, here, eat this.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Like, you gonna cut it up first?
No, I just put it in the microwave for about 2 minutes. There you go. Medium rare.
Hey, 30 more seconds, bro.
Medium rare for you.
Yes, he like, well, hold on.
Yeah.
He turned the Sanji Frill.
Yeah. But I genuinely do think it would be Jinbei out of everybody.
Why do you think Jinbei?
Not because he's a knight and he's so noble, and you have to remember he's technically a fishman. So he has to, in one way or another, he has to look out for the fishermen people. That's why everything that he's done has been looking out for the fishermen. He became a warlord, not because he really wanted to, but because of the fishermen.
Yeah.
And this is the first time ever of him really doing something for himself, was becoming a Straw Hat with Luffy. But if something crazy happens where it's, hey, we're going to kill your Fishman Island or you need to go against Luffy, that might happen. Or he might get deceived in some way, like how, what's his face? Like that one guy did in Marineford that stabbed Whitebeard. Like he was deceived by the Marines to think something. So he acted in a way to and he was acting in a way to protect people. He wasn't acting in a way of like, I don't like Whitebeard. He's like acting in a way to protect other people.
Made me so mad.
Yeah.
Oh my
but you understand his perspective. It's like literally like they lied to him. He said they were going to purposely make sure that his only Whitebeard's like main crew would survive and everyone else would die. And
so
he's
basically for the greater good, but
for the greater good,
but he was deceived, though.
So that's the only reason. Or the other thing is like maybe you would get Frankie because Frankie is a like cyborg / robot. Right. We haven't seen the stuff of like, can robots get hacked? Because I mean, I'm assuming yes. I'm assuming with Egghead, you got big brain people out there. I'm assuming some way or somehow they could hack into him, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's starting to shoot rockets and stuff like that.
Smell what you're cooking.
Yeah,
interesting. Okay,
yeah.
I'm thinking Frankie. I just don't know how to get there. Like I've really been ever since I heard that theory, I've been trying to think of who it is, and I was just thinking of in the art of storytelling. Like you've already given us something as far as these other betrayals, because Luffy's been betrayed by almost half his crew, really, if we're being honest. So I'm like, it has to be somebody that hasn't done it yet. If it's going to be a Straw Hat, or they say one of them might die. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard this ending. They basically say that Brooke will be the only one to survive. And then
obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So basically, after the war is over, Brook is the only one that survives, and this is him telling the tale of One Piece.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that'd be great.
That'd be
that
cool,
happens.
And we have a song. That'd be good.
I am going to. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's going to be fun.
Maybe it's going to be like
It can't
in
end that
20,
way.
30 years, maybe like 50 years
Yeah,
after
but
everything ends.
now-
Like,
You would
If
want
that-
Brook to tell a story.
That's
It's a beautiful.
that
way.
that
But I
is
get
fine.
it.
That
Like-
is fine, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that as far as if I hadn't heard it being a theory. But now that I heard it's a theory, it can't be that anymore.
Well, and the
It
reason I
has to
say
be
that,
something new.
Like, of course, do the whole climactic stuff, like make it so fucking phenomenal and great. Because you just said about Yu Hakusho, and it was like people mad at that, but that's him just playing a song and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, and then he's like, and I was with those guys, and it was amazing. And this what we got now. Now let me see them panties, girl.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Now, see, you might have sold me on that. You might have sold me on that.
But the only reason why I think Frankie might do it too is because in Dressrosa, Frankie was going to disobey Luffy's orders because he saw the Tontadas and he saw how they were suffering, and he was like, "Hey, I have to stay here and help these people, even though I'm supposed to do something else.
Yeah,
I need to help these people." So that might be one of those things where he's betraying them, but for a good reason. It's not. I don't think it's going to be a betrayal for a bad reason. It's like, I'm doing this so I can help another group of people for some reason or another.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit of a justification,
right?
Like
of,
that.
of why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tontadas be sounding like a good Mexican dish, bro.
Yeah.
That does sound kind of fire. Maybe I'm just hungry. I don't know.
I'm a little hungry too.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Man, bro, thank you for doing this. This
I
has been
appreciate it.
fun.
I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it. We haven't done an anime episode. Wow.
We got to have you.
cool.
We have to have you on for an actual get down nerdy into anime episode. We're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do that.
Yeah. We really haven't in a while. I kept thinking like, dude, what anime episode's good?
Puppy, what are you doing? Get out of here.
And then here's this dog. This first time a dog been appearing.
Yeah. He is just all up our butts today. What's up with you, puppy? But well, yeah, Eloy, let them know where they can find you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm on all the medias that are social. You can find me, Eloy Lopez Creel, or you can put Eloy Peace. That's what I started doing on Instagram and Facebook and all the other stuff because my other accounts are not in a good situation. So I had to make another one. Yeah, look me up. I'm everywhere. I'm literally everywhere.
He's everywhere. And you can find us at Future High Podcast. You can catch us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or X if you're nasty. Yeah, we're going to be getting back on audio soon, so be looking out for us on that. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment to us on YouTube. We've been enjoying interacting with y'all on all our social medias. It's been a great time interacting with y'all. Check out some of our latest episodes. We did one where we're playing trash video games like E.T., which whoever wanted to play that, Superman 64, oh my God. And Mortal Kombat Advance, which came straight from the pits.
Of hell.
Oh man. Well, what's lower than that?
Because 7th layer of hell.
Yeah. It came to the 7th layer, bro. Trash. Oh my God. We'll have to let you play that when this is over. You can see what that's like. Yeah. But yeah, man. Check us out on all platforms.
Yes.
We're going to a lot of cons. It's con season. So you're gonna be seeing us all over the place. We'll let you know when all that stuff starts popping up. But yeah, man, let's end this thing. I'm Chad.
I'm Jeremy.
And this is
say your name, man.
Eloy.
Hey, and we're the Future High Podcast, and we're out this thing.
Yo! Thank you.
Hi!
What the hell? He throwing hats and stuff?
Because I'm king of the pirates, baby.